Hey, welcome back. I realized two things. One, a lot of this stuff, it works, but a lot of this can be boiled down to like two little pieces. I'll show you that in this video. And the second was, I was doing a work tutorial and I hated watching people type and watching, and I looked at my stuff and it was way worse. Misspellings and just watching somebody type when I already get the gist, or going back and editing, blah, blah, blah. So I'm gonna try something different in this format. They explain what they're gonna do and they show it on the screen and they pause for like 5 seconds. So you don't have to see me going, typing, it's like silly. So I think I teased this out on a different video, not have a mouse raycast look for, say, lamp, have all the logic just for the lamp and have a generic FSM to click and call it. So that's basically this guy. It's I called it interact. That's my FSM. So basically the only thing it does is looks for the mouse, then it does a mouse pick. Instead of a raycast, just does a mouse pick. And I store the variable is selected. And then down here, the send event is the generalized call to any other object that has an FSM attached. And all the FSMs on objects that you're going to use throughout the game, I call them object, okay? And send event, this interactive event, that's a global, and I created that once. You can create it anywhere and it'll just appear anything you want. So if I go to this lamp or the floor and I tack on an FSM to it, that FSM, if I were to create a global event, add global transition, custom, interact event. So I've actually called this, or if I clicked on the floor and I call that action, it would do anything in here, right? So you don't have to have any conditionals in the mouse pick. Oh my God, so remind me, I'm gonna end up having that floor clickable. So you just click, it's just checking what you actually clicked on and sending off, if it has an FSM on it, do whatever's embedded in that object. This TV over here, there's an FSM on it. If you click it, it changes channel. And you look at that. All it is it sets random material. So if you just click it, it just changes whatever material is on that TV. So the very simplest, very first part is I wanted to have it so when the game loads, it spawns in the set of say pills to different locations. These are my spawn points. There's 5 of them. It's sitting on number 1 now. So if you click it, it's gonna kill itself and go to the next one, right? This isn't something that happens interactively. Throughout the game, there's gonna be things that will be produced randomly, like maybe food, health functions, things like that. But right now, per stage, I wanna know where these are gonna be hidden, and we'll make them more and more difficult. Ugh. And this was done as simple as the TV, just a little more complicated, not much. So this is the same kind of thing, just go back and look at our keys. We're gonna be sending, do a send event to the object we last clicked, which was set here, actually mouse pick. It was set as a variable. Use that same variable name that was selected in the dropdown. And we're gonna send this object, whatever it was that we clicked, to its named FSM. And the FSM global event was named interact event. So if you go to the pills, obviously I have an FSM attached and its name is object. Let's go ahead and take a peek at this FSM, and again, there's that interact event. And this is a pretty simple one. We're just iterating its position to sequential spawn locations. So I'll stash these around the house later, but just to make sure it works, this is how that works. We're calling the object by FSM object, and within the pills FSM, we're passing that interactive event or calling it. And this is a pretty simple one. I'm just doing an int add to iterate the spawn location. It was set originally to 0, but now that we call it, we iterate it by 1. And now it's nothing but a series of int compares, 1 through 5. Big surprise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if that int compare is equal to 1, this equal is the name of the event I created. It's created an event. This is not a numeric, that's just the label. I should probably change it. But I created a new event, just named it 1, and then it created this tab for me. And what happens here is we create a new object or spawn it in place. And we're gonna spawn it to location 2. And these are the spawn points I created, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're all right here. And I just dragged number 2 into here. And then I'm gonna make sure it's named pills selected. And that's just destroying the instance that was already there, not the spawn. All right, so it goes through and it ripples all the way down. And then when we get to the last one, the 5th one, it resets itself to 1, spawns another one back into slot 1 over here. And that's how this works. And I also added 2 test buttons to layer in effects while I'm debugging. The key M turns on music, and the key P tests my post-processing. So anyway, there's our pills. Click number 1, it jumps to the next spawn point, so on and so forth. So if you look closely, my original, and it shows how this sheet is going to evolve. Originally I had it where pills triggered this game manager right here, and this game manager did all this crazy stuff with raycasting, and it just made it way more complicated for the spawn points. So everything's a learning opportunity, nothing's negative. I just know now that the interact event is absolutely that simple, right? There's nothing to it. Just keep it simple. You're passing a call if everything's named object, and you're always cool. So I'm gonna keep this one short so they're kind of watchable, and little nuggets like the interact event are clearly conveyed without a big muddled 20-minute video. So, all right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.